Hello everyone, we are back with another video at the Slip Cordon. Today we have only two slips in place. It's me and Rehan Patel. Uh, so CSK are out of contention for the race of the playoffs, and it's the first time in the history of IPL that they've failed to make it to the playoffs for two consecutive seasons. So Rehan, how do you feel about this? I know it's a tough day for you today. So
It's a
if at all
rhetorical
you
question, Kushagra. You don't have to ask how I feel. You know how I feel.
If at all
It's
you
bad.
need a friend to talk to, you can consider me as your 3 a.m. friend, and you can tell me what's going on in your mind. I'm always there to help you.
No, see, it sums up the season, and I very well discussed this yesterday with Naman Mehta that the fortress is no longer a fortress because with the cricket that you're playing and the tactics that you're using, they are way off. And we'll come to the details of the match that was played today. Uh, some things went right for CSK. Sam Curran at three batted beautifully. But then again, if you are playing Jadeja at four and you are having Brevis in the team, it makes no sense. And scoring 190 and giving Chahal three wickets in the penultimate over, four wickets in fact, Hattrick
Wickets.
and the wicket of Dhoni. Uh, then not playing four balls in the last over. That is almost eight deliveries that they missed out on. They were looking at somewhere around 200, 210, but they were way off that. Even in the bowling, what I felt is that they were not applying themselves out there. It was just that they were running in and bowling deliveries without any actual tactics. And to
Mm,
explain my point, I just want to give a small example. You don't need to be Einstein to know that Prabhsimran is a primarily leg side player. You
mm,
see the shots that he has played, you see the deliveries that were bowled. It
mm.
was all on leg stump. That pretty much sums the season.
So I want to ask you one question. Do you think those four balls that they missed playing in the last over that could have hurt them because Punjab also took the game to the last over and they needed one run of the last four balls. That could have very well been 10 or 12 runs of the last four balls had CSK played all their deliveries, all their legal deliveries. Do you think that could have made a difference in the end?
Uh, maybe, maybe it could have. Uh, but they should have done the right things, is what I feel. If you have played so well, you need to finish off the job.
Mm,
The top order did the job, okay, but when it comes to the lower order, Deepak Hooda is not the player that you're looking at.
mm,
Then he hit a couple of boundaries, got out, and then Jadeja again at four is not something that I'm very impressed with. It's a very poor tactic. And see, game could have gone either way, maybe, if they could have scored those extra runs. But Punjab made you pay because of that error that you did. And credit to them, credit to Shreyas Iyer especially, with the way he controlled the innings throughout. And he never let the game go to CSK. And I think the game changing moment for me uh, was that one single over of Patirana where Shreyas Iyer took him down for a couple of sixes and a boundary. And then it's been a terrible season if you see for Patirana as a whole.
mm,
With the deliveries that he has bowled, it's been very poor. And the extras that he has given this season. I
mm.
mean, if you are watching the IPL very closely, he's the bowler who has conceded the most extras, including wides. So that's a very poor stat if you are a death bowler. You don't see enough Yorkers, and it comes off at the very wrong time. And if you are a lead bowler in that Chennai attack, you have to step up your game.
Right. So do you think it's time for Chennai to, rejig their middle order a bit now that they are already out of, the contention of the playoffs? Do you think they should focus on the next season and do you think they should let go of the senior players a bit? try and bring in
Correct.
more youngsters. Do you think that's something that they could do, keeping in mind this cycle?
That's what they will do.
Mm,
I was speaking to Naman Mehta yesterday on the same
mm,
topic, that in the auction, you went with Ashwin,
mm,
which was an emotional buy. You
mm,
spent around 9.25 CR on a player that is not playing, who is not a part of your 11. And even if he plays, he is not the same kind of player that he was. I mean, he is a terrific player. We have no two questions about it.
mm,
But if he is not making it to the 11, then it's a liability that you're having. And those 9 crores can maybe fetch you a couple of middle order players, or probably a top order bat, okay, who can give support to Ruturaj. I mean, see, losing out on Ruturaj and now Rachin also. He is no
mm,
longer a part. He has some niggle. So not having both those players makes a huge dent into that 11. They have made quite a good progress in having Brevis
mm,
and Ayush Matre. Those are the players that you will definitely see in the next couple of seasons bloom and turn into much better players. And mark my words, it is no longer a dad's army for me. And that
mm,
is the mindset change that will happen in the next couple of seasons for CSK.
mm. Also, I feel that Devon Conway should have been given a slightly longer run. Just dropping him after a couple of games, out of which he scored 150. That surely that came in a losing cause, but still, you would want your players to have a longer run. At a season when you have uh, this long cycle. So you want your players to do well for you, but that has clearly not worked in Chennai's favor this season. So we'll move to Punjab for a bit. I want to understand from you what has Punjab done right today, because they've entered the top four, and DC, which were positioned fourth yesterday, are at the fifth place now. So how do you assess this points table right now?
Okay, coming to the first question about how Punjab look at this game, not having Maxwell did not make much of an impact as a batter for them. But if he bowled a couple of overs, I tell you, he could have got Sam Curran out.
Mm,
So they missed him as a bowler, but they did not miss him as a batter.
mm,
Azmatullah Umarzai bowled decently well. He got the wicket of Brevis. But
mm,
having said that, Punjab should look at this game as a complete domination, even though it went close. But
mm,
they should look at it as a well played game with all the boxes ticking.
mm,
Arshdeep as a bowler has been fantastic and underrated. He has done his job very well. And the most surprising thing for me, which we discussed in the pre-season when we were discussing about Punjab,
mm,
I personally had question marks against the top three,
mm,
but they have proven me wrong, and I'm glad that they've proven me wrong, because the way Priyansh Arya, Prabhsimran, and Shreyas Iyer are batting, uh, they definitely seem like a dangerous team, and that is what is going well for them.
mm,
And with the inclusion of Chahal, he is the highest wicket taker in the IPL. Of course, he has to perform and do well. I mean, there are franchises who have made the stupid mistake of leaving, not one but two. But I believe that he is, in spite of all these setbacks, he's always come back stronger, and that is what makes him a special player. So for Punjab, these are the certain elements that are going in their favor, and whoever is coming in. I mean, see, Nehal Vadera comes in, sometimes he plays, Shashank Singh also contributes. So they have players who are contributing to the team's victory. And yeah, well rounded side overall. Coming to the top four race, we discussed this off air that
mm,
Delhi have a little dip,
mm,
and a concern for them in terms of the games that they're going to play in the next 3-4 matches. They are going to be tough because
mm,
it's against the top four teams, top 4-5 teams.
mm,
Delhi hasn't been a hunting ground. The Firozshah
mm,
Kotla hasn't been a hunting ground for them. But they have to make a quick come back if they
mm,
really want to make the top two. And believe
mm,
me, Kushagra, the team who wants to win the IPL, they have to finish top two.
mm,
We are no longer in a fairy tale IPL. We have to be pragmatic. Teams who go into the top two usually come out victorious. Last time, if you see, it was only Sunrisers Hyderabad way back in
mm,
2016. That doesn't happen every year.
mm,
So, teams, I believe, after this victory against Punjab, it's become a much important contest for the top two.
mm. Also, I feel, now that Punjab have secured the second spot on the points table, that will give them some edge, at having a crack in the top two spot and playing that qualifier one in Hyderabad. So points table looks quite interesting right now, because MI is positioned third on the points table. GT is on the fourth spot, and Delhi is on fifth. So the race for the playoffs is heating up quite well, and it'll be interesting to see who ends up, playing the qualifier one and who ends up playing the eliminator. So I'll talk a bit about Prabhsimran Singh here because I feel we actually didn't give him a chance when we did the preview of the team. We thought Punjab are taking a punt on him by having him in the playing 11, not just in the squad. So he started for them, and having a young player like Priyansh Arya along with Prabhsimran Singh. So you have two young openers, and both of them are fairly inexperienced. So that I think has worked well for Punjab, and that's the reason why they are at the second spot on the points table. Also, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि प्रभसिमरन सिंह is like a upgraded version of Abhishek Porel. It's just that he plays for a little longer and he gives you those 70, 80 runs wali innings once in a while. Whereas Porel is someone who gives you starts but fails to convert them. And he's a little more responsible. Both have a similar approach, going hard in the power play, but Prabhsimran Singh is slightly, careful in his approach. So that's pretty much about it. CSK are out of contention for the playoffs, and Punjab have entered the top four, top two rather. So we'll shift our focus to tomorrow's game. It's between Rajasthan Royals and the Mumbai Indians at Jaipur at the Savai Mansingh Stadium. Uh, what do you think is going to happen in this match? Who do you think has a chance of coming out at top?
Honestly speaking, after the last game that Rajasthan have played, you and I cannot predict what will happen.
Mm,
Honestly, because it's been that's a kind of a season for Rajasthan, if I'm being very honest. And with the kind of form that Mumbai Indians are in, see, I'm not surprised that Mumbai Indians are in the top four at the moment.
mm.
When
Right.
you have players like Rohit, Bumrah, Surya, Tilak, and Sky, who are five of the main Indian players who
Mm,
play in the T20 setup. I mean, it's no longer Rohit Sharma, but five quality Indian players, and then if you do not make it in the top four, it's 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 out of my uh, thought process. But having said that, Rajasthan have played good cricket in the last match. I am hoping that they continue. Uh, Law of averages would be against Mumbai because they have been winning, I mean, 5 games in a row, I believe. Uh, but Rajasthan would have to play good cricket in order to defeat Mumbai. It will take a lot. It won't be easy. That's for sure. But it's a very important game, Kushagra, for the top four as well. In
mm,
fact, more than the top four, I'm more interested in the top two, if I
mm,
can be specific, because RCB play their last 4 games, out of which 3 games they would be playing at the Chinnaswamy. It's
mm,
not against the top four teams, it's against probably the bottom four. It's Chennai, Hyderabad, and so on. But
mm,
they are playing at the Chinnaswamy.
mm.
If they do not win those 3 games, it's going to be cinematic. And then anybody has a chance for the top four. But on the other side, flip side, Mumbai have advantage. They're going to play at the Wankhede. So you never know, Kushagra, you cannot predict.
See, one interesting matchup that I can think of for tomorrow's game is Vaibhav Suryavanshi facing Jasprit Bumrah. Like that is something I want to watch. I would pay money to watch that contest. It is going to be absolutely brilliant because he's a 14-year-old guy who's smashing those international bowlers for fun. And Jasprit Bumrah has also picked up form in his last game, picked up those 4 wickets. And slightly, slowly and steadily he's coming into his own. He's coming in back into form and, he's doing well for his team. So that is something which will be very interesting to see. What is that one contest that you are looking forward to tomorrow?
You stole the words out of my mouth. I'm looking for Bumrah versus Suryavanshi,
Mm.
definitely. And if I can put it as another battle, by the way, Jaiswal is in the top 5 run getters.
Mm.
I was shocked to see that stat because somehow silently he has been scoring a bunch of runs for Rajasthan. So even his form for me in tomorrow's game is crucial. So I would definitely be looking at him against the top bowling of Mumbai with Bolt.
And he's just one run behind Suryakumar Yadav. Suryakumar Yadav has 427 runs in 10 games, whereas Jaiswal has 426 runs in 10 games. So उन दोनों
I'm
में से
shocked.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कल कोई ऑरेंज कैप लेके जाने वाला है for the time being for the time being. So interesting. Who are the players to watch out for?
Well, I not for the fun part of it, but I really want Riyan Barak to get some runs. It's about time. I mean,
Right, right.
please, कुछ तो गेम खेल ले यार. एक
Hmm.
गेम तो खेल ले. And from Mumbai Indians, I really think that Tilak Verma could have a good game.
I would pick Dhruv Jurel from Rajasthan Royals and Will Jacks from Mumbai Indians. He has been doing well for them with the bat. He has been contributing with those 20s and 30s, but it'll be interesting to see if he also gets that big 50 plus score in one of those games. And he's been doing well with the ball as well as you were just showing us. So, what do you have to say about that?
Actually, that contest would be much more interesting because I
Hmm.
feel that in the power play, if Trent Bolt and Deepak Chair in the first 3-4 overs, they're not able to get Suryavanshi and Jaiswal out, you will definitely see Will Jacks bowl to the both the left-handers, and that context could be interesting.
Right. So, which team are you backing to win?
Just for the fun of it, so that there is a top two race, I
Hmm.
want Rajasthan to win tomorrow.
Even I want Rajasthan to win because I want DC back in the top four. As simple as that.
Correct.
All right, guys. So that's it for this video. You have been supporting us over the last few days. You've been subscribing to our channel. Keep showing some love. Keep liking our stuff. Share this video with your friends, and stay tuned for more exciting content. We are coming up with something new. So until then, until next time, see you. Bye.